Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Sierra, and this video is going to be about Goldi. Before we get started, the Degrassi Dives playlist will be in the description box or at the top. Also, fill out the Google form if you have any video suggestions. Okay, cool. Anyway, let's get into it. So, who is Goldi Nahir? Goldi Nahir, she is introduced in Next Class Season 1. She is one of our I want to get this correct. I believe, yeah, she's one of our Muslim students. She dates Zoe for a minute. No, she doesn't date Zoe. I'm thinking about Rasha. My bad. She's friends with Zoe. She dates Chewy for a second, before the show drops off. She is Boz's older sister. I didn't know they were related. Oh, damn. I'm dumb. And her best friend is Rasha. So, and she's an activist. She's a feminist. She's like, she's our icon. Anyway, jumping to Next Class. In season 1 in #booty call, when Miles and Tristan run against Goldi. So Goldi is there running for presidency, but as they're like going back and forth during the debate, Goldi can't even get a word in. She's like, God damn, what's wrong with y'all? This is supposed to be a debate. Like, can y'all act accordingly? In #but that's none of my business, Goldi asked Maya to perform a show for the feminist club during their protest for bathroom equality. Maya plans to turn down the performance because she doesn't feel like a feminist until Goldi points out feminism is about equality. Zig's upset because he uses the extra bathroom to take dumps, but that's nobody's problem but his. Anyway, in #not all men, at an emergency student council meeting, Goldi says the game's sexualized violence can be triggering to SA victims. Hunter says that everything can be a trigger, including her hijab, that it will trigger him thinking that she'll blow up the school. Like I said in Hunter's video, I don't like Hunter. Like, gross now. In #sorry not sorry, the school goes on a lockdown when Hunter is trapped in the room when Goldi is trapped in the room with Zig, Tristan, and Hunter. When Hunter, remember, he has a pew-pewer. Yeah. In season 2, #check your privilege, after Frankie's diversity mixer, Goldi explains white privilege to Frankie. They learn people are using Yale's high school secrets app to call Frankie a racist. In #buy me pizza, Goldi and Shay agree with Lola that a girl should never delete an app because her boyfriend wants her to. And I agree, but until they say, until Lola says that it's Tinder, it's like, oh girl, that's different. You're in a whole relationship, girl. Would you be mad that if he had Tinder? Well, yeah, okay, well, it's the same thing that applies to you. And #to my future self, after Shay writes a letter apologizing for standing up to the police at Lola's protest, she becomes conflicted when Goldi and VJ tell her they joined the tolerance review committee because her actions at the protest inspired them. In season 3, #break the internet, while running errands with Goldi, Zoe freaks out when she sees VJ has posted a vlog calling her a self-hating gay for treating the Syrian students better than the QSA. Zoe decides that she can't treat the QSA poorly and tells Goldi that them and the Syrian students will have to share the same office and they'll handle conflicts accordingly. In #worst gift ever, when the class assumes that Goldi would know about the bombers, Rasha comes to her defense to say Islam doesn't condone killing. Rasha feels bad that she's keeping Goldi from her friends and urges Goldi to invite Zoe and Chewy over to hang out. While playing charades, Goldi refuses to give Winston a high five because touching boys is against her beliefs. She's also asked what the Quran says about gay people, and she says that the most common interpretation that being gay is a sin. Goldi's upset when Rasha doesn't come to her defense on this. Rasha thinks Goldi is being ridiculous over the high five thing and becomes upset when Goldi agrees with the statement that if you don't follow Islam in a specific way, that means you're a bad Muslim. Goldi feels as if she's lost Rasha as a friend when she's tired of feeling different from everyone. Boz reminds Goldi that plenty of Muslims practice their faith without a hijab, but she wears it by choice. Goldi removes her hijab at school, but after walking into the hallway, she can't bring herself to go without wearing it. While talking about immigration in class, Perino asks Goldi how long she's lived in Canada, and she says she's lived her entire life. And she's tired of people assuming that all Muslims are the same. Later, Goldi apologizes to Rasha, who tells her that where she came from, she didn't wear her hijab and shaking hands with a boy was no big deal. And I'm just going to interject here with this part because I feel like I will lose my opinion if I wait too long to say anything. But I don't disagree with how Goldi connects with her belief. Like, there's nothing wrong. She says, like, in the Quran that it is a sin, but I don't, at this moment, she's struggling with the fact that, you know, being in Canada is a little bit different. Like, you know, being around different people, it's a different environment. But I don't disagree with how she presents herself and how she is tied to her faith, because she's not hurting anyone. Like, it's different versus, like, you know, the Christian extremists who are literally hurting people and being very, you know, attacking people about it. She's not. She just has her belief, and she's not hurting anyone. She's just like, oh, I just don't high five. And she's not saying, like, how dare you put your hand in my face? I don't high five dudes. She's not doing that. She's communicating her boundaries, because she's communicating her beliefs. Like, she's doing it in a respectful way. So I don't see what the fucking issue is here. Rasha, yeah, where she grew up, it was different. So it's not a problem with that either. The problem is when they expect Goldi to act a certain way when that's not how she wants to act. She's not harming anybody, so why the fuck does it matter? Shut up. And hashtag unsubscribe. Zoe and Rasha plan a date, but the problem is that Rasha tells Goldi about it, who invites herself along. Rasha's upset that she ruined her date plans, but Zoe comes up with the scheme to ditch Goldi by faking sick and having Goldi attend the PTA meeting instead. And hashtag I'm sleep. Goldi doesn't understand why Zoe's upset, so Rasha finally reveals that she's gay, and her and Zoe broke up. Goldi's surprised to learn that Rasha's gay, and Rasha says she didn't slip because Goldi's casually homophobic. When asked if Rasha having sex with Zoe is a sin, Goldi says, according to the Quran, yes, but I still love you guys. Rasha then reveals that Zoe was kicked out of her home for being gay, and then Goldi can't believe it. Later, Goldi tells Zoe that there's a way to fix things with Rasha, and the two make up. Goldi says that she realizes love is love regardless, and it's not up to her to decide who should be together. She tells Zoe and Rasha that they should be together, and she just wants them happy. Again, like, Rasha is like on the other side of it, but Rasha's making this more of a bigger deal than it needs to be. Like I say, Goldi is not harming anybody with her beliefs. And then she didn't even know Rasha was gay in the first place. So why in the hell are you so up in arms about it? She's like, well, we broke up. That's not her problem. That seems like a y'all problem. Really? That seems like a personal issue. It's not like Goldi said y'all can't be together because being gay is a sin. She didn't say that to y'all faces. She didn't say that. And when she finds out, she's like, oh, I still love you guys. So I don't know what the big deal is why Rasha's always up in arms. Like, chill out, girl. Goldi has done nothing to harm anybody. So I don't know why she's getting all this animosity from Rasha. Are they actually friends? Because it doesn't feel like it to me. It feels like Rasha is just like, Rasha is more judgmental than Goldi. Like, Rasha is doing the absolute most. I don't like her. Moving on to season 4, hashtag I look like a. The episode opens on Goldi and Winston in full costume, introducing the prom theme. One enchanted evening. Zoe approaches Goldi about Goldi's supposed thing for Winston, which Goldi rampantly, she's like, nah. Zoe asks if Winston knows that they're not a thing, and Chewie then brings Goldi sparkling water and proposes a toast to Goldston. I guess that's what the prom thing was. Close on Goldi realizing that sentence doesn't make sense. Anyway, moving on. Rasha teases Goldi about flirting with Winston, which she denies again. Rasha asks if Winston knows that they're not flirting, and Goldi receives a shocking text message from him. It's a boop. Later, Chewie and Goldi are going through the budget, and the former doesn't realize why Goldi is so distant from him. She leaves, citing that he ruined everything, and he thinks she means the spreadsheet. Goldi resigns from the prom committee because, in her words, he sent me a picture, and Grace asks, like, what? And she's like, his pickle. Goldi says that she's probably got what she deserved by accidentally flirting with him, and Grace says no one deserves a picture of that. And Goldi realizes she's right, and she approaches Winston about his no pants pic. Winston explains that the picture was sent as a joke to Miles, and he was actually supposed to be texting Miles, but the thing is he had recently was texting her. So he clicked on the first one thinking that it was Miles when it was actually Goldi. So it was an accident. He didn't mean to. This is why we read. This is why we read names. Check that, okay? And hashtag will up to the club, like Winston and Goldi plan to go for a 5-course prom dessert tasting, but Goldi says no because it's haram for her to just go with Winston. Rasha volunteers for Zoe to come with, and she agrees to go. After the dessert tasting, Goldi and Winston gush, even though Zoe hates the dessert. She ditches to help Grace, Rasha going with her, leaving Goldi and Winston alone. They have a great conversation, and Goldi admits it's her first time being alone with the boy and holds his hand. And Winston, holds her, they hold hands. He's like, is this allowed? And Goldi rambles on until Winston says that he likes her too. Goldi's parents are texting asking if she needs a ride home and says that she has one and will be home soon with Rasha. Goldi plans to get an Uber or a cab to meet up with Rasha and then go home. But there are no Ubers or cabs because of terrorist attack in Brussels. On the walk home, two guys say that there's one of them now and goes to, and stops Goldi to ask if she's on the side of the terrorists, and they tell her to take off her hijab as Goldi insists the terrorists are murderers, not Muslim. Goldi defends herself, but it isn't enough. One of the guys yanks off her hijab and she screams, calling them animals before sprinting off. She arrives home and sobs in her father's arms, blaming her lies and her being out with Winston for being attacked, which is no correlation whatsoever, but dumb parents are dumb. And she just says, I wish I could just go back in time and stay home tonight. She stops as her dad vows to call the police. Goldi talks to Rasha about what to do about Winston. Rasha encourages her to get to know Winston better after this incident, and Goldi says that there are more important things. She puts on her job and answers Winston's video chat saying she's resigning from prom committee and creating a school group for Muslim students so none of them feel alone. And hashtag preach. When Saad enters the school, Goldi, oh my god, Jesus Christ, I'm getting notifications, so they're getting annoying. Anyway, Goldi's sending out t-shirts saying we stand with Belgium. She explains about the Muslim Students Association that she just started at Degrassi. Later, Saad approaches Goldi to ask for help from the MSA, and she says that the MSA thinks he should apologize at the rally. She offers him a solidarity shirt and he reluctantly takes it. This is when Saad says what he says, and I don't fault him for it. I've covered that several times. In facts, hashtag facts only, Maya stops Goldi in the hallway asking why she was rejected for the talent show, and Goldi says that they rejected her based on her playing Last Exit, and says that she doesn't want the song to inspire anyone to, off themselves because of the glamorization and romanticization. And I kind of get it, but also the way I listen to the song, it's like a double meaning. It's like Last Exit, like the way that Maya wrote it, but also just like the next phase in your life. Like I feel like it's in both ways. After Goldi lets her perform a different song for the talent show, Goldi and Zoe lead her over to Craig, who was very impressed by the performance, but was hoping Maya could play Last Exit instead because he found it more relatable. And hashtag obsessed, Goldi walks up to Winston, who apologizes to her, and she forgives him. In the last episode, hashtag K Thinks By, Winston and Goldi announced the prom queens, Zoe and Rasha. During the credits, they show that the graduates are doing after graduation, and there's a picture of Goldi and Chewy. So what do I think about Goldi? Like, I think I really just covered how I feel about Goldi earlier on, especially with the whole Rasha situation. Goldi is a nice character. She's a nice girl. She doesn't do anything inherently bad. She doesn't hurt anybody. Like, yes, she has her beliefs, and it's not hurting anybody. She's not actively like out there starting some mess. She's not, doing anything harmful. So I don't understand what the fucking issue is. But I like Goldi. I really do. I think she's one of my favorite characters. Yeah, I like her a lot. In the comments below, tell me how you feel about Goldi. And until next time, stay magical. Bye.